What is up, everyone? Sean here, and welcome to my first impressions on or slash review on Monster Hunter World that just came out not too long ago here. I played it for a couple of days now, and just wanted to just get this off my chest. And it's gonna be like a quick review slash first impressions. I did play just enough for a lot of the things that they offer in this game, and just wanted to just talk about it because overall, I love it. I absolutely really love how it's turning out right now. The game looks really good. I do like the overall atmosphere to it. It's got this whole, Jurassic Park kind of theme going on. Plus, you got mix of like kaiju battles with the monsters that you see like fight each other and during the turf war portion of the hunts, and it's just really fun. It's just it's kind of the game I was looking for when it comes to like co-op. This is a really awesome game to play with friends, and I don't know, like this. I don't know. This is just so fun. I can't really like explain it just without elaborating some things, but this is coming from a guy who is pretty much this is my first time playing Monster Hunter, like this much anyway. This with this much time here. First I did play Monster Hunter on the Wii U. I forgot what it was called, but I think it was like Ultimate something, or I'm not really too sure. But I played it on the Wii U and didn't really get much from it. I played a demo and I didn't feel much from the game. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't my kind of like cup of tea or anything. Maybe if I was playing with friends, like with the demo and all that, might have changed some things. But otherwise, really, I really didn't feel from it. I think a lot of things changed in Monster Hunter World. Really, what maybe had fun with it so far anyway. A lot of people who play Monster Hunter, explained all these changes, including some of my friends in my circle. They just really they really appreciate these changes, and I can kind of see that just from playing the demo here. And this is now like the most accessible Monster Hunter game out there on consoles here anyway. And speaking of which, it really does look great on consoles. Despite people really giving flack for PC Master Race, all that stuff. I mean, although funny enough, I did acquire myself a custom built PC very recently. But back on here, it really does look good, especially on the PS4. Even on the regular PlayStation, it runs great from what I've been hearing. And you really don't need the Pro, unless you really want to go hardcore about it. Then then by all means, yeah. But I just happen to have the PS4 Pro, and it definitely runs great. I do have it on prioritized graphics, so I am seeing most of it, I guess, with all the shading and details and all that stuff. But you can prioritize it to frame rate or resolution if you want. Frame rate for those who really want a really smooth experience. But otherwise, it really looks great either way. You don't really miss out on the details and stuff like that in either of the modes, but you will get the most out of it with prioritizing graphics. So if you wanted to do that, you can definitely do that on the PS4 Pro for those who are curious about that. But really, otherwise, if it's on as a console game, it just definitely runs fine either way, whether it's regular PS4 or the Pro version. Either way, it's a really fun game. I really do like the design aspects as well, like the art direction and stuff like that. A lot of the designs on the armor look really cool. It does feel fulfilling once you grinded out all the materials from the monsters that you killed or hunted or captured, and it's pretty fulfilling. And a lot of the armors that you get look really cool. The weapons look really cool. I recently just acquired and built a weapon called Princess Penelope, which is like a gun lance. I've really like using it as I was playing the game, and it's got a poison element on it. It's just really fun. I do love the weapons as well. They're really fun to use. I really like the gun lance and the heavy bow gun so far, which I kind of used from the beta version back in late 2017. All the other weapons are pretty fun. I do like to go back to the longsword sometime, but I just really have a lot of fun with the gun lance and the heavy bow gun. It's just really satisfying to land those shots, and especially with the wyvern snipe, it's just really cool to land. It's just it's just you definitely feel the weight behind it, especially with your mobility cut down in at least half here. But it's just a really fun weapon to me, and I just really love sticking with it, and I love to continue doing that here. And of course, the music is really cool. It does really add to the atmosphere already. It really does feel like an epic adventure every time we hunt out these monsters and stuff like that. And being able to play with four people all together is just really cool. I do like how they go about with the party system, and you have your own squad or whatever for each online hub. It's really cool. I think it's a really cool way to kind of go about things, and it's a pretty smooth experience of adding people and stuff like that. Although one of my big complaints is that you really can't play the story mode together at the same time. One person has to complete it, or everyone has to complete the story mode and then repeat it, and stuff like that. It just feels kind of unfulfilling in that sense, because you want to I feel like it's really fun to travel and progress through the story as a team rather than individuals here, even though this game is all about co-oping and stuff like that. It's a little backwards on that aspect, but otherwise it is still fun for what it is for the story or story mode. The story itself is not really much to it. You're just hunting monsters. You're just kind of like you're on the expedition. In this one expedition, in that sense, you're on a journey and you're just hunting monsters along the way. So there's not really that much to it. There's no like complex little side stories and storylines or any branching pieces of lore or anything like that. It's just all about the hunting monsters, having fun, playing with your friends, and getting materials and get cool weapons and stuff like that. Do cool things, and I guess discover some things and stuff like that along the way. But overall, for right now, I really do like it. I would definitely give it a solid 8 out of 10. There are some things I'd like to get fixed for right now, like some of the error codes that you get. Sometimes you get booted off the squad randomly, but that could be just like like a week 1 kind of thing. Hopefully they'll get that patched out. But I would love to have the opportunity to be able to progress the story all at the same time with my friends. That would have been really cool. I feel like would have been way more fulfilling on the co-op end. But we're in a situation where we're just kind of just trickling out. You know what I mean? We're playing in duos rather than as a full team here, and that's a little that was kind of like a little anticlimactic thing for me anyway. Because I was really looking forward to being able to play as a a team of 4 like all the time, but we really just have to play. We're really playing a game of catch up with each other. Like I'm kind of behind, and I have like 2 other people who are like super ahead, so they just don't really want to go back or whatever. It's just kind of like, it's like, why why have the story like this? Just because we haven't seen these cutscenes doesn't mean we shouldn't be able to play as a team of 4. You know what I mean? Again, I feel like it would have been really cool to really progress the story as a team of 4, to really make you feel like you're really venturing with your friends in this world, but or in this story anyway. But for what it is, you can still play as a team of 4 to hunt down the monsters or capture them, whatever you want to do, or whatever side quest you're doing, at the time. The character creation is pretty detailed, so I think if you're really into those kind of modes like character creation, you're definitely going to be lost in there for like 2 hours, at the most, maybe even more. I don't know. And then you have to customize your cat, and that can take a longer as well. So there's a good amount of customization in that aspect. I do believe you can transmog your armor, or the best, or whatever armor you like the effects on, to the armor that you like in terms of the looks. So I think there is that available at some point, so you're able to look cool, but at the same time optimize your build, whatever. Which is I really like to see that, and eventually when I get there, I guess. But But for right now, I think that's all I can say, since I haven't really completed the story mode just yet. But I did wanted to talk about the things that the game offers. The story mode, the whole hunting with friends, and the online portion, of course, the online experience. I think overall it's pretty smooth. I think it's well done, and it's just absolutely a wonderful game to play with friends, even on the PS4. And sorry for those who have to, wait for a very long time for the PC version. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be optimized the way they're approaching this. They're taking a lot of time with this PC version, so hopefully by that time, they come out with the PC version. It's gonna be like the complete edition or whatever, with all the hunts and all the updates, all the DLC they're gonna offer. So you don't have to, download them or whatever. Not that they cost you or anything. I believe they're going to be all free, or most of them are going to be free. But I believe the new hunts are going to be free as well, down the line, or even at the start here. And this is, it's kind of like all the more reason to really pick up this game if you have friends to play with. And playing with solo, it's not too bad, but I think the magic of Monster Hunter really comes from being able to form a squad with your friends, kind of like have these teams and be able to just go in and hunt monsters down with 3 other people. You can call in an SOS, which means allows you to summon other people from just different parts of the world, I guess, and they can help you out at times. So well, otherwise it's just really fun. It's just really cool to see the monsters. They feel really animated and stuff like that. They feel really lively. Their movement and all that stuff, the way they fight, just really cool. It can be frustrating at times. There are some weird things about the hitboxes and all that stuff, but otherwise, again, this is such a really fun game for right now with friends. I definitely give it an 8 out of 10 for now. It's just a wonderful game that has come out early 2018 so far. I think this is definitely one of the contenders for co-op game of the year or something, or even just, I don't know, maybe the game of the year. I don't know. That's just me though. It is early to say, and we still have a long way to go for games for 2018. So, but point being, it's a really fun game. If you really love co-op games, this is definitely something to pick up. And if this is something you wanted to get into, Monster Hunter, I think now is the time, because someone like me, this is coming from someone with a pretty fresh mind. So I feel like this is a good game to get into. It is the most accessible Monster Hunter. There are things that were fixed from previous Monster Hunters in Monster Hunter World. And yeah, it's just really fun. So before I go back onto Monster Hunter, thank you guys so much. This has been my first impression / quick review on Monster Hunter World. If you guys wanted to share your opinions on Monster Hunter World or any questions, I'd love to read those in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, and I always highly appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Sean out.